Hey, Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily, and we're getting a little bit later start in the afternoon than we normally would on a Tuesday. So I got the sun shining in my face today here in Scottsdale. A little bit of cloudiness out there, but that's in Scottsdale. That's a kind of a rarity for the most part. But hey, nothing cloudy about my selections of late. That's been going very well. And so 8-3 in the NFL, 14-9 in college football, 27-18 in Major League Baseball. All good numbers at Cappers Monitor. I believe 35-22. I don't know if that adds up, but that's in the last month. That's what that ends up being. So good numbers. Happy about those. And you can get all of those picks by becoming a Vegas Pro Insiders Daily member. $39.99 a month is all it's going to cost you, and you're going to get all of those picks. Plus, you're going to get Wise Guys plays, you're going to get in-season systems, super systems, power ratings, tremendous betting trends, all of that. $39.99 a month, period. Okay, so check that out at Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Now, one thing that we're going to talk about now is some college football. We got that coming up, and we have the latest line moves and betting trends. So let's attack that. But before we do, I did want to toss out something else I was thinking about. At the NBA season starting tonight, I don't go hard at it early, just kind of take my time. Last year I had one of my better years, 82-58, but I'd like to, kind of go into it slowly. And so what I do is follow a very simple system. It's not hugely profitable, I'm not going to tell you that, but it's solid, okay? And what we're going to do, we're looking for the number of 2.5 or less. And so we're looking to play against road favorites at 2.5 or less, okay? And against home favorites at 2.5 or less. Because the standard NBA measurement for home court is 3, what I'm saying here is that for home favorites, if you're not even a 3-point favorite, there's a good chance you're probably going to lose, okay? So that's the logic behind that. And if you're less than a 3-point favorite on the road, you're not significantly better than the home team. So again, that's a potentially good situation for the underdog to cover at home. Okay, so that's just a little tip from me on some information about the NBA. Now, hey, let's look at some college football betting trends and line moves. First up, SMU at Cincinnati in ACC action. Now, SMU is averaging better than 43 points a game and has the number 11 offense in the country. Cincinnati, in their last 4 games, 0-4 straight up and against the spread, and their run defense is 109th. No wonder bettors have taken the Mustangs and put that saddle on that baby and have ridden it from -7 to -9, and 92% of the bettors are on SMU. Next up, we're going to head over to the Conference USA, North Texas and Florida Atlantic, 2 of the 3 unbeaten teams still remaining in conference play. In this one, the visitor, North Texas, has attracted most of the action and has gone from -6.5, I think, down to, +6.5, down to +3.5. Now, the Mean Green, their total offense is number 12 in the country. Not everybody might realize that. And in this case, they have a 90-yard advantage in run defense compared to Florida Atlantic. Now, Florida Atlantic is even though they're not very good rushing or stopping the run, they're quite good at running and being 16th in the country right now. The concern in this one, if you're even thinking about FAU, is they're 3-12 against the spread in their last 15 home games. 56% of bettors are on North Texas. Next up is going to be Indiana and Michigan State. Now, Indiana did not have a lot of success last week. Essentially just had one drive against Michigan, and is probably not going to get a whole lot easier at East Lansing. Michigan State, has done a very good job, and the total on this one has crumbled from 47 all the way down to 44.5. My initial impression, that seems to be a pretty severe adjustment. I'm not crazy about that one. I also want to consider that these Big Ten Bubs, 7-2 at Michigan State to the over. But right now, 85% of the betting public is on the under. Next, we got Syracuse at Miami. Now, Syracuse off that huge Friday night upset of then number 2 Clemson. and they're going after another giant, or they're going to be another giant killer, look, hopefully for them, against Miami, who's 5-0 this season. Now, the Orange have this perception of being a high-scoring team and really lousy on defense, and that because of their coach, who came from Bowling Green, and that's exactly how they played. Now, because of that, though, that's not the reality of the situation here. The total has gone from 55 to 58, but Syracuse is 6-1 under. And let's also not forget that Miami, the Hurricanes, in ACC play, 3-0 under. Right now, teetering either way, 51% of the public is on the under despite the 3-point rise in the total. One of the big games of Saturday evening will be Michigan at Penn State. And I tell you what, I could have smelled this one a mile away. Penn State opened as a minus 12.5 point favorite, and they have slid down to minus 9.5. Now, that's no surprise because, Michigan defense has been terrific the entire year. But let's not fall asleep here on Penn State's defense. Last year, maybe not so good, but so far this year, and again, we're not talking about always top quality competition that they faced, but they're giving up 9 points a game. I mean, that's hard to go against, no matter who you're playing. So they've done a tremendous job so far. Michigan has looked like they have no passing game. The running game tends to be choppy, and if Penn State can stop that running game, that could put them in a whole world of trouble. Penn State is in this one. They're 9-1 against the spread after giving up 14 or less points. 68% of the bettors right now are on the Nittany Lions. Game number 6 we're going to talk about, Southern Mississippi at Louisiana Tech. Now, both of these teams trail North Texas in the Conference USA West Division, and the loser is probably going to be done, okay? Or if not, very close to being done. It's going to need a lot of help. So this one, it's a big, important game. Southern Mississippi has gone from plus 3.5 down to plus 1.5. Now, Louisiana Tech does appear to be the weaker squad in this one, but they usually play better in terms of the spread. They usually play better as underdogs as compared to favorites, but the Bulldogs have played a better overall schedule than Southern Mississippi. Right now, 67% of bettors are on Southern Mississippi. Okay, so that's where we have that one up. Next up, I see these lines coming in my face here because I got the blinds open. That's a nice look, right? Okay, hey, let's wrap this baby up before I look even more silly. Arizona at California. Arizona was thought to be a lock for a last place in the Pac-12 North. Not happening right now at 4-2. Their run game is nearly unstoppable at number 4 in the country. California lost 3 straight, then got up big, played tremendous defense against Washington State and whipped their butts 37-3. Those that are doing the betting, though, have pushed Arizona from plus 3 to minus 1.5. Interesting. Arizona's 4-1 in this series since 2008. 62% of the bettors are on Arizona. Hey, that's what I got. Doug Upstone here for Vegas Pro Insiders Daily. Tomorrow we'll have a normal look. Get this going a little bit earlier so we can avoid some of this nonsense that I set up for myself here. Nice work, Doug. So we're good to go. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And as of right now, I am out to go close the blinds.